Hello and welcome to the History of. I'm Richard.
I'm Gary.
And this is our trip to the UK, video part 2. We are still in London.
Mm-hmm. So we got there after they had just had London Pride. So we missed it by a couple days. It was, June 28th or 9th, and we're there on, this is the 3rd now, July 3rd. But they still had all the banners and flags up everywhere, so that was actually pretty cool to see. What was interesting is that I'd never seen this flag before, and now I took a picture of it, but now I can't remember what the circle in the middle means.
Oh, yeah.
I think it means, was it gender inclusiveness? Or intersex inclusiveness, I think is what it was.
So we're in Trafalgar Square. It's the fun part of being somewhere where you have massive statues is trying to fit it all into the shot. And then we have the National Art Gallery.
And it was raining.
Lots of rain, which was glorious.
Yep. But didn't think to bring an umbrella.
You can see the Elizabeth Tower.
The Elizabeth Tower that has
Big Ben.
Ben.
Oh, yeah, this was really cool. So this was just up for Pride. They had put these special filters on the crossing signals. So they had this one, which was for gay men. They had one for lesbians. They had different ones throughout the city. It was really cool.
So the majestic St. Paul's Cathedral. And my favorite section, where the old woman is feeding the birds tuppence a bag. Right there.
So now we're at the Tower of London. The really cool thing was being able to experience the ravens. The myth is that there have to be 6 ravens at all times at the Tower of London, and that the empire will fall if that ever changes. So they keep 7 just so that they have 1 on standby. And the yeomen or beefeaters that are there are responsible for the care of the ravens. And it was really cool how they were definitely used to people. They would walk right up. They're very smart.
In the background is the Tower Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Not the London Bridge. That's what people mistake it for. It is not the London Bridge. The London Bridge is in Arizona.
So then it was cool. We got to go and see the crown jewels, but you can't take any pictures. So
wah, wah, wah.
We just have to have our precious memories in our head.
Yep. This was either a guard inspection or changing of the guard, something like that. We didn't get to see the whole thing. I thought this was pretty cool. It was like...
How you doing today? Hi.
Guys, seriously, don't wait for me.
How you doing today?
Miss Papi, let's feed it. No.
Bloody Tower.
Which isn't very bloody.
But it has a really sad story about the princes. story, something about the two princes that were killed by their uncle, right? Who wanted to usurp their power.
Yeah.
Not usurp their power. Wanted to basically be king and take their rightful place in the. Well, what I think is amusing is that they don't know what happened to the two princes, and then years later they find these bones of these children. Well, you can, with deductive reasoning, you can just say, well, it's got to be them, because they don't have any DNA evidence to go on. And that's a video right there. The video about that story of the two princes
with an animation. It was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. Okay, walking down the stairs, going down, and then... then this is me having slipped down the stairs, and then I dropped my phone, and this is a photo taken as the phone is falling. But fortunately, I did not hurt myself. I just slid down on my butt. That was it. And it was quite embarrassing. And this is the moat, or this would be the moat around the castle, and they have decided to use it as a garden.
So the reason for this is that when we went to Ireland back in 2011, we visited a Victorian walled garden. There was a picture that Richard took next to a daisy, and for the longest time I had used it as my wallpaper. So I thought it was amusing to take a picture with Richard with a daisy again.
So we see London, there's the Thames River, and all the new of a modern city. Going into the Tower Bridge, leading to a handsome man. And there's the fortress that is the Tower of London, including the White Tower.
Our on-off, hop-on, hop-off included this boat ride.
To get us back to Westminster Palace.
Yeah. And that's the London Eye, which we did not do. And then we made it to... Well, that's the Elizabeth Tower. Okay. That includes Big Ben. It's quite impressive. Yeah. Hi. Right. That's amazing.
Abraham Lincoln is over there.
What?
One of the statues in that corner.
Hello, gents. Bunnies. Bosco.
Westminster Palace.
And then that is...
Westminster Abbey.
Okay, so that's St. Margaret's Church.
That's St. Margaret's?
Yes.
And that's Westminster Abbey?
Westminster Abbey, which is what I thought when I was seeing on the other side, but that sign kept saying Westminster Abbey, and I go, that just didn't feel right.
Okay, and here we are at...
Buckingham Palace.
Yep. And apparently we found out that the king is not living in there?
Yeah, he doesn't like living there.
Yeah.
So he'll use it for state functions and things that he has to.
So it's pretty much empty right now. I think they're doing...
Renovations.
They were doing renovations.
I always find the lion and the unicorn interesting. Oh, the lion being that of England and the unicorn being that of Scotland. And the symbol represents the warring, but also the unification of England and Scotland as one united kingdom. And this was the Canada Gate. Oh, my first time having honeycomb was in ice cream. The statues were pretty interesting, and of course Richard enjoying his ice cream.
And we're heading on the bus, heading our way back to our hotel room. So that's it. that is our second day in London. It was pretty awesome.
Mhm.
Stay tuned for day 3 in London. It's pretty exciting.